Our story begins with a boy named Yu. Now he is ready to go to school. It is his first day and his mother is looking at him. He went to get his hair done and she started helping him. His father was wishing him good luck and his mother told him to be careful from stones etc. He went out and got a stone. He slipped and started moving, although it was looking like bad luck was in his way and he was stressed. His humanity was also in the way and now he started running. A cute girl was standing, and everyone was staring at this cutie. You ran to Shikimori and she got a big smile on her face. Everyone was still looking at them and now they started moving together. He apologized because she had to wait for him and he said it was fine. She asked if he was alright because he wasn't looking. You said his girlfriend was super cute and Shikimori was shy, but he said she wasn't sometimes, and it made her angry. He started apologizing for this mistake. Suddenly a truck was about to hit him, but she protected him, and she told him not to worry about anything because she was with him and would be. Now it was a beautiful walkthrough, and he said it was amazing like last year because today was their new session. He asked if she remembered their previous year. She smiled and said yes. Now they were in the school, and he wished to be in the same class. She smiled and said he did not have to worry if their classes were changed. She could visit him from time to time. Now they started looking for their names. Shikimori had a weak vision, and our man found his name. Now he started looking for her name and found it. They were in the same class. He was overexcited and suddenly her friends came. Q hugged her and Yui told him that they were again together this year and she came. He told his friend that they were also together and now the boys asked to leave. But suddenly he asked her to go home together, and she screamed. It was embarrassing for her, and she was shy. Now in the class, their teacher gave them a welcome speech and everyone was passing the words. But our couple was fully listening to her. Their teacher asked for their names and started with our man, but he messed it up and everyone started laughing at him. Now everyone was looking at Shikimori because a duster was about to hit her man and she saved him but got hurt instead. Our man patted her head and she got shy. She went out to relax and some boys came to you and started teasing him because our man got the cutest girl. Shikimori was coming back and she heard it. The boys were very badly talking to him. She came in and you asked if she was fine, and she asked him to go out with her. The boys were nervous, and she gave them a cold glare. They were stressed. Shikimori said she might be a little cute, but our man cheered her up and said she was enough for him. She didn't have to worry and thought he couldn't see her in pain because of himself. After school she came to him and asked for an outing. You agreed and they asked girls. They were also planning to go out and it was bingo. Our couple was excited to go out and everyone was looking at them. They were cute although. They went bowling and she said the loser had to treat the winner and Q was also energetic for the play. Shikimori and you were saying that they had not come there often, and our man got lusty to see her neck and stood up. Q and Yui told Shikimori that it was her time to lose the game and serve you so he'd find her cute. The game started and she did well, but he was disappointed. Next was Q and she also did good. Yui was weak but hit the goal. Now it was Yu's turn and Shikimori was a little stressed. He asked if she was fine and she said yes. Our man messed with the game too and didn't hit the bottle. It was embarrassing and Shikimori came. Girls had taught her, but our man told her to do good and she started it. She was amazing. Everyone was looking at her and she did the master goal. Everyone was happy and cheered for her after everyone left for their homes and you asked if she wanted anything special from him because he was the loser. But she asked him to go home together, which was already their routine. They started moving and were happy. She protected him from the newspaper, and he was amazed. She asked him if he was hurt to hear the bully of his class fellows. But our man said it was true and she didn't have to worry for him, and a board was about to fall on him. But she kicked the board and saved him. Yu was surprised. She grabbed his hand and said he didn't have to be worried, and she would protect him always. He thanked her and she was shy. The next day it was a volleyball and football game match. Everyone was excited and so were Shu and Yu. Suddenly bad luck came and said she was playing volleyball, and the girls were doing their hair and Shu asked for their leave. Shikimori asked for his timing and our man had no idea about it because he was a virgin. Suddenly they saw the schedule for the matches, and it collapsed. Our man had dreamed of taking care of her but now it was broken. They were sad. She started telling him about her team and our innocent man told her that he'd send her cheers and best wishes so she didn't have to be worried. Now the football match started, and our man got his bad luck. Unfortunately, his shoelace broke, and he fell. Evil eyes were looking at him. Shikimori thought that she had to do something for him and tried to send some good luck to him. He was about to hit the ball but again fell. He stood up and she summoned him because the ball was about to hit him, and our man got the hit badly. Shikimori ran to him and told Q to manage volleyball. Now they were in the nurse's room, and he was guilty about his laziness. He was sad and she complimented his hair and saw a big scar. He told her that it was normal for him to get such big scars. A truck hit their house and he got that scar. She was very shocked and told him to stay by her side always. Now she was getting late for the match and asked for his leave, but he told her that he'd also protect her always and she said she wasn't going anywhere and asked to hide in the blanket. He was shy and she said it was a joke. She left the room, and he was still shy. She was also very embarrassed about what she had said. On the other side, Yui was a really weak pussy, she can't even run. Q complimented her efforts and Kamaya was there. Kamaya was a very good player and Q talked with her. The match was about to start but our heroine came and asked Q about the match. But Kamaya ignored her. Now the match started, and our team wasn't doing great. Our boys were also sad about their failure and now they came to cheer the girls. Yui was cheering for her friends and our boys went upstairs to cheer them too. Girls were very slow but suddenly you cheered for Shikimori and she got the energy. She started hitting the balls greatly and everyone was enjoying this. Kamaya was also doing her best. But the moral support Shikimori had was great and their score was increasing surprisingly. Ultimately, they won the match, and everyone was happy. You came to her and grabbed her hands, he complimented her, and she was shy. Now after all those things everyone was having a party and our couple came. You was sad about his failure, but she was a good girl so cheered him. Suddenly some of her fans came and started asking for shaking hands and pictures. They were also obsessed with our man and she got jealous. Now she had become the hero of the school and was busy all the time. You was sad and she saved him from getting hurt. You asked if he was fine and Shikimori was anxious because you was paying attention to someone else. She was cute and after school, our man was thinking about his misfortune and how she had to face all the things. You was guilty and suddenly he was about to fall but she came and protected him. She was anxious and asked why he was going alone. He said she was busy with her fans. And she said she only wanted to go home with him, and he said he was about to wait for her at the entrance and she got happy. Now she asked if they could leave now, and the issue settled again. The next day she gave you 2 tickets and said he had them for free. He was busy so he couldn't go but you could with someone. Shikimori heard that and she left. Our man was thinking and saw her. He went to her and asked if they could go. She agreed in the first ask. At night our man was excited for tomorrow but suddenly thought that sometimes it started raining when he went out with her. He lost his wallet and all the misfortune, so he started aching his stuff to reduce the chance of getting stuck. But he had packed a lot of stuff that he couldn't stand by. His parents came and said he was loud. And Shikimori was reading a magazine to behave cute. She was thinking about tomorrow and started dressing her outfits. She was stressed because had not selected a single outfit for tomorrow. Her brother came and asked if she was alright. She told him about her date, and he wished him good luck. The next day our man was going, and he thought that all the misfortune had happened to him already and he was still on time. Because he had come out earlier, Shikimori was waiting for him and he was surprised to see her. She said she had come earlier too. She asked if she was looking good and he was answerless. Now they were on the train and our man thought about the film and after the film what they would do. He was lusty and all red. She asked if he was good and now they reached the theater and were not specific about the film. He asked her about her preference, and she said she'd go with any. But he said she was always like that but now he wanted to spend the day according to her. She selected the horror film, and our man was stressed. He thought that he could handle the thriller films so this would not be a big deal. He thought that she might get scared, and he'd get the chance to flirt with her. The film started, and the little young man was after the balloon and reached the Joker's house. It was creepy and our man was scared. The real hero appeared and grabbed his hand. Shikimori told him not to be scared but he started shouting. They went out and she was still cheering him. Now they went to eat something, and he was super excited to see the delicious food. But she said it was expensive and he told her that he was saving for it. When he looked for his wallet, it was lost again. He was disappointed because the string he had applied to it was also broken. Now they started moving and met with his parents. They asked them about their plans, and they told them that he lost his wallet again. They offered her to eat at home and she got excited about it. They went to his house, and they cooked very delicious food for her. His mother was about to serve him when the fork got to hurt him, but she protected him, and his parents were pleased. His parents started serving her and she was overloaded. He apologized but she was happy because she had such a meal after a long time. They started flirting and his father said it was very good to see them together. Now after the meal she went to help his mother. She told her to talk with you but he was sleeping and she said he was always sleepy after a good meal. Now they started talking and his mother asked if she wanted to ask about you, but Shikimori called her mother, and she started telling her about her son. She told her that he was always a misfortune and got injured in the end. But he was very protective about others and Shikimori told her that he had not seen him as a misfortune because he was very supportive of her, and she liked to be with him and his mother asked her to love her son always and his father came and was happy to hear that. His mother woke him up and asked to drop Shikimori who was playing with his dad. Shikimori said goodbye to them, and their son had grown up a lot. Now they were going and she thanked him for everything and asked about his preference for films and said they could watch sometime. This is the second part of our story and now you was sitting in the shade. But the bad luck had other plans. Sho asked him to come and decide where they could go. When he stood up and walked to be kissed him. Unfortunately, this was summer, and our misfortunate man had no tolerance for heat and Shikimori gave him a water bottle to cool himself. Yui asked him to come under her umbrella and it was kind of her. Now they started talking about going to the beach on the vacations. But our man had no such guts. He was well after all. She suggested going to some cooler place like a river and they got excited. But our man said they didn't have to alter their plan, he'd stay at home because the river and misfortune were also trouble. Shu and Q were also shocked, but Shikimori was there and said she'd handle his bad luck, so now it was decided and they started talking. Their exams were closed, and the schedule was published, but Q was excited because the club activities were minimized and she'd get to go shopping. They went there but Shu wasn't excited, he wanted to study, but Q and Yui wanted to buy swimsuits, so they asked Shikimori and she asked her man. Yu remembers that he got a suntan after wearing a swimsuit, so he refused to buy and Shikimori also declined to buy one. Q and Yui went to buy for them and Yu started looking for a picture when Shikimori saw him. It was a picture of an amusement picture. She got jealous and asked them for a minute. Shu asked Yu to study, and they went for it. Shikimori was looking for that swimsuit and the girls caught her bare-handed. Now she was shy and told them that Yu was looking at the girl's picture with that swimsuit, so she wanted to see it for once. She was shy and embarrassed, and the girls teased her. Because Shikimori was always like that, when Q saw her for the first time, she wanted to be friends with her and was stressed, but Yui wasn't concerned with that. Even in class, she was thinking about Shikimori and her relationship with our misfortunate man. Q was very fantasized by Shikimori because she was an ideal girl for her. Now they were all ready for their basketball match and Yu was also there to cheer her girl. Q was ready and Shikimori took the ball, which made her angry, and now Q was in the fire. The match was a great call, and they became friends then. Q asked for a lunch date and Shikimori agreed to that. Now in the present, they were buying the swimsuit and were done almost with a cute shyness. Now our men were studying because the exams were about to start and the girls came. They sat one by one, and Yu asked her if she had bought the suit for her, but she denied it. Q was shocked that this misfortune man was very sharp and Shikimori was blushing. Now he was going with her and was very sad. Because a lot of misfortunes had happened. In the exam, his pen stopped working, a dog barked at him, and he was demotivated. Shikimori was trying to cheer him up, but he was a failure in real life in terms of luck. At home he was still deprived of motivation and suddenly she called him and asked if he was fine, but how could this happen? He denied being sad and she started cheering him up again. He saw the sky and asked if she could see it. They started looking and he told her that he was always wanted to see the sky with stars and constellations. But it always rained when his father took him to show him constellations. She told him that she was his good luck, so she took him to watch the constellations and he got emotional about it. Me too. How romantic and handsome she is. He asked if she wanted to go somewhere because he'd taken her there and she denied it. When he asked why, she told him she wanted to go to the places he liked to go because when he was happy, she got happiness. Again, how cute she is. He got very emotional, and she told him that it was late, and he had to sleep now. But he wanted to talk more, and she hung up. Because she was blushing and yelled. Her brother came and told her to behave. In the past, Q took Shikimori for the cooking classes and our girl was nothing for cooking. But Q was a real sugar mummy, so she started teaching her. But Shikimori got shy, they were doing stupid stuff, and their teacher was also stressed. Now it was hot, and Yu was stressed, but Shikimori arrived and gave him a hat and she was very happy. She asked him to hurry, and they started running on the other side. Q and Shu were fighting about the stupid thing and our couple reached there. Now they all were excited and went to the river. It was amazing. They were grateful, and our man was also happy because now he could finally enjoy himself. Shu and Q were interested only in the food and barbecue because Q had not eaten anything since the morning. Now they arranged their stuff and were ready for cooking. Shu tried to help them, but when he used the knife, Q shouted at him and told him to sit and wait for the food. Our man told them that he could help them, so he started cutting the onion and it was shocking amazing that he was good at it. Shikimori was also shocked, and Shu tried to mock her, but she scared him and now they started their fireworks. Everyone cheered and suddenly you noticed that Shikimori was busy making something and now the meat was all done. Shikimori was also done with her dish, and she asked you to taste it. The food was looking great and when he took his first bite he was scared. It was rubbish, and when she took a bite to taste, she also felt guilty and was on her knees. But our man proud his grace by taking the next bite and said it was good. He was pushing himself, but Shikimori told him that she'd made a delicious dish for him one day. Everyone was happy because it was a great commitment and now they started enjoying the food. In the end, you served them a sweet dish and Shikimori was amazed, and so everyone, it looked great and was tasty too. Everyone was enjoying it and they started teasing our couple because they were so lovey-dovey. Now it was time for a swim. Everyone was excited and they went for the dive. Shikimori told our man to come here next time alone and they also went in the water. Yu was talking with her, and she was trying to hide her clothes. Suddenly they noticed Yui and Q. They were enjoying themselves and asked them to join. Shikimori went there and our man was also about to go, but he noticed a girl and she was about to go with the water. But our man showed his bravery and went in. Shikimori was shy and Q was teasing her. She noticed that our man was lost. She was scared because of you, but he told her to keep quiet. He rescued her and now she was safe. But our man got in trouble. The kids started shouting and Shikimori came and went into the water. She was super cute, Our man was about to finish but she saved him and said he had to be careful, and he was sorry. Everyone came there and they were scared. The kid and her mother also came and thanked them. The kid kissed our man and Shikimori was jealous, but Q changed the environment, and they went into the water. They started playing and suddenly they noticed fish. But our man saw Shikimori and he was lusty about her. He complimented her and Q was shocked. Now they started shopping and enjoying themselves. They saw an ice cream shop and our couple got it first. They were waiting for others and Shikimori got a lusty idea and shared it with him. He was shy but took a bite and he was shocked. Now he asked her to taste his ice cream, and she was about to dig in, but Shi came and took all the ice cream. Shikimori was angry so she took her revenge and ate the ice cream of Shi. They had enjoyed it a lot and were tired. Now they sat on the train to go back home, and everyone slept. Shi tried to talk with Shikimori but she also slept on his shoulder and our man's horse was about to get into the race, but he started thinking about his day. He enjoyed it a lot and was happy because Shikimori was with him, and she was good luck to him. After some time, she woke up and saw him. He was sleeping on Shi's shoulder, but she took his head and placed it on her shoulder. Now they all arrived back and were exhausted, but Q was almost fine. At home he was sick. Shikimori was on a call with him, and she asked about his sunburn, and he was stressed. She was worried and he saw the news about the annual firework festival and asked her to join him and she was ready to go with him. Now he was getting ready, and his father was helping him. His mother told him that he had to enjoy himself and that she had also not gone to see the firework for a long time. Suddenly his father thought something and told him, and he had his full attention. On the other side Shikimori was also trying to get ready but she was in trouble. His brother was frustrated, and he came in to help her. He was helping her, and she was happy. Yu was waiting for her and thought that he was fully prepared for this date because he had all the stuff and suddenly, she came. When he saw her, he was amazed because she looked very pretty. He complimented her and she was shy. She also complimented her handsome. Now they started moving and were enjoying their day. It was very amazing and suddenly he felt love for the cotton candy. But she didn't want that, and she told him that she didn't like sweet things, but he asked if she ate them. But she told him that she was doing so only for his happiness because he liked sweet things. She also took a bite of cotton candy and now they started moving again and he saw a shop and tried to get a chance. They selected a fox to get him. When he tried to shoot it, he failed. Now Shikimori tried to test her luck, and the keeper mocked her. But he cheered her up and she was in the form now and she started shooting. She was a pro shooter because he was there. The keeper was shocked, and they got the fox. She gifted him that fox and now started moving. She was also coming, and they met. Q and Yui also met with Shikimori and they started talking and clicking the photos. Now she saw a shop and started playing with fish, but Shikimori wasn't interested in the sake of the man she asked to join. She tried to do her best, but she wasn't interested. Q tried to rescue her and Yui told her to run with you because it was a matter of a traditional date. Now they had run away and were relaxed, but she noticed that the strap of her shoe was broken and now they were sad because they couldn't continue the path. She asked why he was sad, and she forced him to tell her. He told her that his father had told him a place where no one goes, and they could enjoy the fireworks there. She got excited and told him to go there, but he said she was injured. She was fine with that, so he asked her to climb on his back and she was shy. But they had no other option, so they started moving like that and the fireworks started. She told him to leave her, but he was sure that he could do this. She tried her best but was useless. They saw stairs and she was stressed, but our man started moving. They were doing great, and she was a bit sad. They reached the temple and now they started enjoying the fireworks. Shu and others were also enjoying their time and were happy. Yu and Shikimori started talking and she told him that she wanted him to look at her and that she was the cutest girl he had ever seen. But our man was okay with her evil face too and told her that he wanted to invite her last year too but was shy, and she said she was also waiting for his invitation. They both thanked each other and now it was time to go back, and when he was about to step, he slipped but his father saved them, and his mother was also there. They told them that they were behind them and our couple got embarrassed, and while going downstairs they were talking about the good things. In this part, we see that it's the new semester. Our boy is stitching the clothes with the girls, and Yui is also with them. He was enjoying it but was sad because he was alone. Shikimori was standing with her team, and she was talking with them. He remembered they had been in the same team last year and had talked a lot and enjoyed it. But this time it was sad because they were apart. He was jealous and now a girl asked him for help, and he started helping her. Shikimori saw them and got jealous. Suddenly Shu and Q came, and he thought that Shikimori was staring at him. Now our man got ready for the cultural festival and was excited with his preparations. He went to the school and got a love ticket with the number 44 on it. He thanked him and went to the class. They were doing the animal cafe this year and everyone was wearing their costumes and was excited. Our man was looking weird, but Shikimori was a cute rabbit for everyone, and our man complimented her costume. Now they started the cafe, and the job was difficult, but everyone was giving them full, and our man was getting his orders. He was exhausted and was trying to hold his bad luck, but nothing could change the bad of this man, and Yu was about to fall. But suddenly his good luck holds him and his ass cream, and it was a fabulous move. After this terrifying day, they were going home together and shared the hustle of the day. He told her that tomorrow he had to duty as a librarian in the library, and she told him that she'd work hard for him, and our man got sad without any reason. He also told her that he'd work hard and would make her proud. The next day everything started as usual, and our man went to the library. He was a bit off but saw Kamaya, who was there, and they met with each other like they knew each other already. They started their duty, and our man started thinking about her and that she was a good-looking girl, and he had met her last year and she was very kind and helpful to him. Now he asked what her class was doing, and she told him that they were also doing a cafe, and he asked if it was easy to get here. But Kamaya told him that the girls were begging her to stay with them, and he told her that she could go if he wanted. But she said no, and he remembered that last year he was nervous and didn't know anything. But she told him everything and helped him a lot. She told him how to manage files and everything, and they did the librarian job very well. Now they started talking and everything was going normally. She found him a little weird and asked how was that possible. She asked if that was because he was in love with someone, and she asked about Shikimori. Our man was shocked. He was shy, and she started asking how they both got close to each other. He was scared, that was why she was showing interest in Shikimori. On the other side, Shikimori was reading the numbers written at the entrance of all the classes, and Q was trying to stop her. Let's hear from Yui why Shikimori was doing so. Because when two students got the same numbers on their love cards, they got to click pictures together, and Shikimori wanted to get the same number as Yu had. Shikimori decided to check all the classes, and Kamaya was serious about Shikimori, and Yu had no other option. Now they sat, and he started telling her that it was last year's festival when they both got the same numbers, and when they showed it to each other they were shy. But they were excited and happy, so started enjoying their day and did not talk with anyone. Their faces were all red. Now they went to get the picture, but when he checked his pockets his bad luck worked, and the ticket was lost. He was sad and depressed because it happens always. But she told him that she was there and they could change it. They started searching for it. After 2 hours they found nothing and went to the chairman, but he refused to click the picture, and they were sad. But you thought about her and requested, and the chairman gave him a new ticket with the same number, and they got to click the picture. Kamaya was listening to him, and he told her that after that day they confessed their love and started dating. Kamaya gave an elegant reaction, and our man was impressed with that. But Shikimori was stressed because she had found nothing. After all, 44 number was Kamaya's ticket number. A princess who was thinking of getting a prince and noticed a Prince Charming. She noticed him and tried to approach him, but suddenly another princess took over her chance. Because the prince was in love with the other princess, but this princess got all alone at the end with her one-sided love. Now it was the second day of the festival, and Kamaya was telling him this story, and he came to know that's why she was interested in Shikimori, because she wanted to know about true love. They were talking and she got a call from Q, but she ignored it, and after some time she came and asked for a minute. Kamaya went to listen, and Shikimori was also there. She started requesting for the exchange of the tickets, and when Kamaya asked the reason, Shikimori told her that you also had 44, so Kamaya gave her the ticket without saying anything. You came and asked why she was there, and Shikimori told him that she was there to pick him up. But he told her that he had some work and wanted to complete it, so she decided to wait for him, and our man started talking with Kamaya, and she was looking at him with love. Shikimori had noticed it and was silent. It was 12 and the time came to leave the princess alone, and they said goodbye to Kamaya. She was standing alone and silent. She went back to her class, and her friends were happy to see her, and she started helping them with the orders, and everyone was looking at her with grace. She was an outstanding girl, but how a human could tolerate everything when she was exhausted deep down. She asked for a leave and went to the rooftop. She was thinking about everything and her feelings, but she thought that Shikimori was different from her, and she had to stop her feelings. Suddenly Shikimori came and returned the ticket, and Kamaya asked the reason. Shikimori told her that it was something that she couldn't take from her, because Kamaya was a good girl, and she thought that one day you had also told her the same thing, and she felt him very precious. Kamaya asked why she was doing so, and Shikimori told her that she had seen her, and she noticed that Kamaya was also in love with the same person she loves. Shikimori told her that it wasn't wrong to love a person who was loved by someone, and if you wanted to be with her, then Shikimori had no issue with that. But Kamaya told her that she didn't have to be big-hearted because she didn't desire to confess her love to him, and she was guilty for that and started crying. Kamaya told her that it was her feelings, and she had no intention to disturb their couple. Shikimori was also sad, and she tore the ticket. She hugged Kamaya and told her to relax and said she found her nice because she was killing her feelings for them. Shikimori tried to cheer her up, and Kamaya asked if you would be okay because she had finished the ticket and she got stressed. She went for him, and this princess was again alone for the prince. Now it was the last day of the festival, and our man was ready. He had a gift for Shikimori because it was her birthday, and he thought about how difficult it was to buy something for a girl. Everyone was doing their best in the school to get the first position, but our teams failed and got nothing but a paid party. Everyone was enjoying this party and Shikimori told the girls that she refused to take the ticket, and they were anxious. They asked for the reason, but Shikimori didn't tell them anything. After all that, he asked her to go somewhere with him and he said okay. They went to a park, and she asked what he wanted to talk about. He gave her the gift and she was happy. He asked why she was behaving weirdly, and she said it was nothing. She asked to open the gift and it was a necklace. He asked to wear her, and she allowed him. He told her that whatever would happen he'd be there for her always, and she said he was changed a lot. He was kind and everyone was obsessed with him. She told him not to give her attention because she was thinking about Kamaya. She told him not to change, to be with her side always, and he said she had changed her last year and now he was completely her. She was sad and started crying, but he told her to relax and asked what happened, and she told him that she'd loved him in all the situations and our man was happy. She got close to him and said love her too. He was about to leave, but she stopped and asked if the necklace was looking good, and he said yes. Now Q was angry because our man was sick and she asked Shu if he knew anything, but he said he had texted him. Shikimori came and said why you had not asked her for notes, and she was angry, and she thought that she was mad at him. Now he was sad and asked Q if that was true, but she told him that it was only his thinking. Because before some time ago, Shikimori was talking about Shu and she said he was a good buddy of you because he was always with him. But she was angry because she didn't have enough time with you. Shu was relaxed, and after school, Shikimori asked him to go together to Yu's house and he agreed. Q told Yui to follow them because she was busy, and when Shu was walking, he tried to ask Shikimori but thought about Q and stopped. Now they went to a store, and she wanted to buy something for Yu and asked for Shu's opinion, and he told him well about you. She called him bro, and when he asked, she got shy. Now she gave him a bag she had bought for him, but he refused to take it and she was leaving, but Yui detective was there, and she said she wanted to solve a mystery. On asking, she transformed and said Shikimori had spent a lot of time with her brother and had loved him. She had talked a lot about him with her friends and she thought of Shu as a big bro. That's it. Shu was shocked and Shikimori was embarrassed, and she ran away. They talked and Shu asked if that was true and thought about it. He tried to tease Shikimori but she yelled at them. On the other side, Yu was burning in the fever. Now Q and Shikimori were going shopping and Shikimori was talking about you. Suddenly they saw Kamaya and Q went to her. Shikimori was a little embarrassed and she also went there. Q asked for shopping together and Kamaya agreed to a change, and they started enjoying the day together. Q was very happy, and they went to the shops and Kamaya and Shikimori had almost the same taste. Q wanted to use the restroom and Shikimori asked Kamaya what she wanted to do, and she said she wanted to use the vending machine. Now they went there but Kamaya failed to get anything. But Shikimori got a lot of things for her and Kamaya accepted them. Now they decided to keep on doing things and Q was free now. She saw them and was shocked that it was the same Kamaya she knew. Because whenever she had asked her for an outing, Kamaya had refused her and everyone said Kamaya was a self-centered person. But now Q asked them to do something else and they went to the court and tried to play basketball. But two girls stopped them and said they had booked the court. Our girls were about to leave but they asked for a duel. Our girls got ready for that and now it started. Both the teams were doing great, and our girls were super energetic. After a long while our girls won the match and now they shared a picture and said goodbye to Shikimori. Now Q and Kamaya were together, and Q was talking a lot because she always wanted to hang out with her. Kamaya stopped and said she was sorry for her behavior, but Kamaya was happy because now they were together. Now they started walking and Q was talking about a lot of things and Kamaya was answering her. Q was very happy and suddenly she thought that Kamaya was a very silent girl, and she asked if she was sad about anything. But Kamaya was still silent. Q told her that she was her true friend and now a good relationship had started. Subscribe to become my friend. Don't forget to like the video too.